Ms. Guha for his presentations. Ms. Jhumka Guha, please come.
Yes. Good afternoon. Democracy and women at the grassroots. This is the name of the topic. The statistical records show that women constitute almost half of the total population of our country. It is accepted by all that the development of the country is only possible if there is an effective participation of the woman. If we really want that the woman should participate in the development process, it is the need of the hour to make sufficient arrangements for the improvement of the socio-economic conditions of women. But they were greatly neglected in the democratic process until recently. It is known that the women play a major role in the democratic politics of the country, particularly after the 73rd Constitutional Amendment, which came into force in 1993, 24th April. They have definitely gained a substantial position in the political process of the democratic structure of the country. No doubt, the 73rd Constitutional Amendment has been a revolutionary measure for the women to be a part of the democratic process of the country. A developing democracy like India needs wider participation of the people, irrespective of caste, creed, sex, color, and in its political process. The institution of Panchayati Raj guarantees participation of all segments of the society. Greater gender equality is only key for a successful democracy. The Institute of Panchayati Raj play a catalytic and significant role in the process of their participation in the political decision-making process. India has taken the initiative to make a special provision for the reservation for women at the grassroots local self-government institutions known as PRI. The 73rd Constitutional Amendment Act is a milestone in this regard. It is so because it facilitated local empowerment and it ensured women's empowerment through the provision of 33% reservation in the body of the panchayats regarding reservation of seats for women. Again, one-third of the offices of the chairperson for panchayats have been kept reserved for the women. Currently, the reservation quota for women is set at 50% at PRI's level. But reservation alone is not enough. A necessary condition for the efficacy of the reservation policy in Panchayati Raj institutions is that elected representatives have independent power and autonomy. It is significant to note in this connection that the gender equality and empowerment of women is considered as one of the important goals under Millennium Development Goals of the World Body, the United Nations Organization. The 73rd Constitutional Amendment Act is rightly regarded as an important milestone in the process of women empowerment in India. It is so because it has opened and broadened the doors of entry and participation of the women into the body politic of the PRIs. But at the same time, we should remember that by now 28 years have been completed after the amendment came into existence, but in reality, the desired results of empowerment of women could not be achieved in the true sense of the term. Naturally, it is the prime responsibility of all the stakeholders, including government agencies, panchayati raj institutions, media, NGOs, to identify the impediments which are on the way of promotion of real participation of women, and in the light of this, it is necessary to formulate necessary agenda for achieving empowerment of women in the true sense of the term. The Panchayati Raj institutions are rightly viewed as solution measures to all the problems of rural development and is linked to empowerment of the marginalized section of society, especially women. But it should be kept in mind that the political journey is not a smooth one for the women in a patriarchal and caste-ridden society, on account of which women members face a lot of problems in the village panchayat. There is no denying the fact that the women representatives are not allowed to work, take part in the decision-making process, and undertake leadership in the business transactions of the PRIs due to the male dominance. All these issues must be taken into account with sincerity and seriousness. Only then we can expect real empowerment of women. Thank you. Thanks to the organization, Vidpara College and Juilliard College. Thanks for giving me this opportunity to present my paper before at this platform. Thank you.